Good morning, sports fans. Happy Monday. As you know,
we're back.
That's right, guys. The First Family of Vegas show is back and better than ever. Every weekday, we'll be coming to you on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, joined by some of the world's best documented, I love that word, documented handicappers and biggest sports bettors. Brought to you by the best website on the planet, SportsMemo. Guys, we're going to be releasing a ton of free pick winners, some great betting insights, and have a few laughs to boot. So join us each day so we can improve your bankroll. We have a great show for you today, a panel of very special guests. Dionne and I are here. We're going to bring on our good buddy, the professor, Dan Kaiser. Dan, good morning. How are you?
Morning.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Yeah, you got me here on basically a holiday here in Michigan for all the Bell's Brewery drinkers out there and Oberon fans. Happy Oberon Day.
Oberon.
Oberon.
What was that? That was in a movie, Oberon. Remember Oberon?
Yeah, wasn't that from the movie where the guys from Super Troopers, the beer contest thing? Wasn't that from there?
No, I don't think so. But Dan, you know those? You ever watch that movie?
No.
It's a broken lizard. They do a bunch of movies together. There's a method to our madness. They did Club Dread. They did Super Troopers, Super Troopers 2. They did a couple of other movies over the years. They're kind of funny. There's a bunch of guys. They all met in college. We got to know a couple of them when Joey, our son, was when he lived in the house and he was younger. We used to bring him to these comic book conventions, these toy conventions, these conventions. Like when we were a kid, we used to have the car. Remember the car shows used to go around the country and stuff?
Yeah.
Back in the 70s. The car shows would have like TV personalities, movie personalities, sports stars. And now sports stars do their own stuff. But you still get TV and movie personalities at these shows. And we got to know a couple of the guys from the Broken Lizard crew. And they did a bunch of movies. They're all hysterical, but they're great. But Oberon was from something else.
Are you sure it wasn't from that one?
No, it's gonna. I don't know. No,
I've heard of Super Troopers. I've just never seen it.
They're good movies. They're a good bunch of funny guys. Jay Chandrakar, he's he directs a lot of other movies. A lot of stuff he does. He's pretty good. We got to know the guys. I think they went to college, either Connecticut or Rhode Island, at one of the Ivy League schools. And
I think it was Connecticut.
I don't remember which one, but they're hysterical. We hung out with them all day. They were a great bunch of guys. I like the fact that they also drink. We go to these we go to these conventions, man, and people are already drinking because, when people are touring, whether they're celebrities or not, people come to Vegas. Vegas is like a vacation no matter what. We had a blast with you guys. We were drinking with them. We were drinking with like Jay and Silent Bob, our buddy Jay Muse, who we got to know over the years, Joey, Lauren Adams, who we love. Until
one of them sticks their ear.
All right, I'm going to throw somebody under the bus. If you guys remember Lori Petty, she did a Miami Vice and got famous because she was in this little outfit and she tried to kill Don Johnson. And then she got on Booker. Then she was Tank Girl. And then she was the girl, the love interest in the original Point Break.
Point Break. That's
with Keanu Reeves. She was the girl. She's got the beautiful violet eyes like Elizabeth Taylor. And then she did other movies over the years, and she got a little funky. I'm not going to lie to you. So we met her, and she was hammered drunk at this convention. And we got there. It was like 11 a.m. She was hammered. And then we were hanging out, and we took a photo with her. What did she do, Dionne?
She stuck her tongue in his ear.
In my ear.
Like it was so far in there, it almost looked like it was coming out the other side.
Dan, I gotta tell you, let me tell you, I'm not BSing. For about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I could still feel the wetness in the blood. Even though I cleaned it out, like I put in peroxide all day, all night.
And every time you went away from her, she kept trying to get closer and closer.
She had a little thing for me, but she's like, and then I'm like, yo, I'm married. I'm here with my wife. And she's like, well, I'm into that. But she was hammered. Dan, it was a little embarrassing. And so but she fell over her entire, like these people, they do these, they sign autographs.
Right, yeah.
She has then they all have a whole table or booth full of promo photos and you pay to sign one. She fell over, it kept falling on the floor. It was a nightmare. Now, we've had issues with people over the years. Not issues. We've got to be friends with a lot of these people. People like Michael Kudlich, who was originally started on 90210, and a lot of people out there don't know. When I first got to Vegas, I did gamble a lot, and I worked in a couple of casinos and whatnot, but I went into personal security as a bodyguard. At that time, I had a couple of black belts, and I already won the gloves, and I saved a person's life at a fight, at a championship fight, and the heavyweight champ at the time who was fighting that night, it was the Holmes Holyfield fight at Caesars. I saved somebody's life. I saved two people's lives, a woman and a cop, a police officer. He heard about it, wanted to see me after the fight, took such a liking to me, asked me if I wanted to do some personal security for him. I'm like, dude, you're Evander Holyfield, plus you got 1.5 feet on me. He says, it's not about that. When we go out, and he had some personal security with him, the guys that bodyguard these guys are even bigger than them. He says, we stand out. How would you like to do some work for me, Meldrick, Sweet Pea was Purnell, some other people in the stable? I'm like, Terry Norris, Orlin Norris. I'm like, yeah, sure. They pushed my bodyguard license. They pushed my CCW, my concealed weapons license. I started bodyguarding them. But Michael Kudlis, after a while, I got a good reputation. People would come to town if they wanted to go shopping. They wanted to go, you hitting me? Or are you just feeling my leg? Okay. Or they wanted to go, a lot of the people wanted to go to, they wanted to go to strip clubs and stuff like that. So I used to take them and all this stuff. And I had a good reputation for not only securing the person I was bodyguarding, but also keeping my mouth quiet about where people went and things they did. So Michael Kudlis, I got the detail for 90210 and Baywatch, and he was on 90210. He was on the cast of Walking Dead for a couple of years. So we went to go see him, and he recognized me right away. That's at these conventions. Having said all that, God, I really fluffed. Good morning, honey.
Good morning.
All right. A lot of fluff. We went to go see Paul Anka the other night.
Yes.
We had a blast. He played 83 years old.
83.
2.5 hours. He started off on the floor in the auditorium, going through the crowd, going nuts. It was with Diana. Awesome show. Guys, go see Paul Anka. He is every bit as charming and classy. Plus, we got to know a lot of these. We go to see a lot of shows. And what's funny is all these new performers, and I don't even want to say new, Mariah Carey's been around 30 years. She makes you wait a few hours. Don't ever show up to her show. Forget about Usher, which is one of the worst shows ever. Britney Spears. All these people that are like, it's people now. They'll make you wait. They never go on time. All these older people, and I'm not just talking Paul Anka, Tom Jones, Frankie Valli. I'm all Tony Orlando. I'm talking Iggy Pop. 80 years old, goes on, does 2.5 hours, goes on time. Peter Frampton, Jeff Beck we saw right before he passed away. Elvis Costello. All these old, I don't want to say old timers, but old timers, whatever form or genre of music, they show up on time. They give you a couple of great hours of music, and they know their audience well. And I got to be honest with you, it's a pleasure, Dan, to see them. Paul Anka was amazing. He was amazing. They
have to show up on time. If they wait too much longer, they'll all fall asleep.
You know, it's funny. We were laughing at the crowd. A lot of people have like oxygen tanks and stuff. But then again,
we were probably about the youngest people there.
But there was some ladies in the front in sequins outfits every time, and he jumped into the audience maybe a dozen times. I got to be out with like devouring him. He's like, honey. He says, I'm gonna have to take a shower after this, and you're gonna need a cold one or something. And it was funny. Well, we had a good time. We've got a lot of shows coming up. I mean, we got what else we got coming up? Oh, we're gonna go see Trickster this week over at Vant. Vant is a great local club. It's a rock club owned by Danny Coker, who's on Counting Cars. And then we're gonna go see our buddy Scott Carrot Top. He hit us up. He said, "Can you come see us?" But other than that, guys, NHL and NBA playoffs are right around the corner, less than a month away. If you got any questions or comments, chime in. Baseball starts in a few days. We're in the Sweet 16. We've got some great show guests coming on. I will tell you, we've got all your favorite Sports Memo cappers and some people that are new to Sports Memo. We've got a great lineup. The dog is scratching underneath me, and she's driving me crazy. She's throwing my game up. We've got a lot of stuff happening. We got a couple of promos we want to tell you about. We're going to get into free picks in time for you to take advantage of the free picks. The First Family Show is on YouTube channel. Subscribe now. Like it. Ring that bell. Don't miss a single show. Wow, we were Thor's having a good time. I love that. Other than that, we do have a couple of new guys. We're going to try Big Daddy, a.k.a. or Abby, a.k.a. Big Daddy. He's going to be on our show this week, right?
He'll be on Wednesday.
Vegas Consensus Picks. We're trying to get them on the show. They're one of the most known betting crews out here in Vegas since I got here 35 years. They're on SportsMemo. I know they hit the ground running. I did speak to them yesterday. First couple of days was rough for them, which is rare. Then they turned it around. They're doing pretty well. We
already got 2 of the other new cappers on the website. Yep. We have Sean Higgs that's on the show.
Yeah.
We have Sniper West that's on the show.
Yeah. We've got we're going to try to get CBI on. Tom Macrina, known as Rye Cape. We got to talk to him about how he got that nickname, Rye, W-R-Y Cape. I want to know how he got that nickname. He's going to be on. We're going to get him on. Dionne's got a couple of things she'd like to tell everybody about, and then we're going to get into some free plays. By the way, Dan, anything you want to chime in with outside of Oberon Day?
No, Spartans are in the Sweet 16. I just wish they'd make it like blow out teams a lot earlier than wait till the last 7 minutes. It'd make my life a lot easier.
Well, you know what? It wouldn't be as charming. It wouldn't have that same charm to it if we didn't sweat a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm getting old. My heart can't take it as much.
You know, Dan, I love you. The word getting there is very liberal. I don't want to start, I don't want to say anything. Guys, Dan and I are the same age. He just looks like, no, I'm just kidding. I'll tell you who is older than all of us is Jesse Schul, and he looks it. He's old. He is really old. I'm telling you right now. Rumor has it he first started handicapping when Knut Rockne was coaching. That's all I want to say. Talking about Jesse, guys, Jesse has a 5% play in the Sweet 16.
He does.
He's a monster on those big games. Go over after the show. Go follow Jesse. He's got it posted already. He told me. He hit me up this morning. He's another guy keeps hours like a meth cook. That's why I love Jesse.
Yeah, and I know you're also doing really good right now. You swept last night going 3-0 again. You're 24-10-1 NCAA basketball run, 7-3 your last 10 NBA, and you are 62.5% NHL run. That is amazing. You are on fire.
Well, you started dating me because I'm on fire.
That's right.
Because I'm a hottie totsy.
Hottie totsy.
But
we also have a couple of specials that are going on right now too. We do have
the first family. Any guest that is on the First Family show, we have a 3-day discount going on right now. It's just $30 for 3 days. That comes down to $10 a day. That special is good through Sunday, so don't waste your time. I mean, don't waste time getting it. It expires on Sunday, so you want to take advantage of that before it does disappear. All you have to do is use code MEMO3 upon checkout. Any guest on the SportsMemo show, First Family show, it's scrolling across the bottom. We also do have a Meet the New Capper. Any of the new cappers that are on SportsMemo, you can get them right now for 7 days for $34.99. That is a steal. It is just $5 a day. You can use that on Vegas Consensus Picks, Abby Sports, CBI, Sean Higgs, Tom Macrina, any of the new cappers that are on the website. 7 days, $34.99. That comes down to just less than $5 a day. There is no code needed at all for that one. All you have to do is go to the cappers page and pick up that deal. Guys, I always like to brag about SportsMemo. They do so many great things, so many specials. But this is a great, this one specifically. It is. Everybody knows Dan. He's been around forever. He's been winning forever. Everybody knows Dionne, myself, Jesse. Everybody knows the guys, Ben Burns, who's on SportsMemo. He's on SportsMemo on Wages Book. Nick Parsons. Everybody knows all these guys. But it's a good way to get to know the new people. There's a good way where you don't invest a large bankroll, a large amount. You don't invest hundreds and hundreds or thousands and thousands to get to know a capper, a new capper. You get your feet wet with them. This is a great thing, guys. This is a great thing. Dionne mentioned Vegas Consensus Picks. Abby, he's going to be on the show later this week. CBI, we want to get him on the show. Sean, everybody knows my buddy Sean. Sean and I have been friends since both of us had hair. And Tom, Tom, I want to get you on this show. I want you on this week. I put him on the spot. See, now I can't take it back.
And you know what's even better is for $65, you can get a new capper for 7 days, and you can get any of the cappers that are on the First Family show for 3 days. For
that's
$65.
Amazing. That's amazing. You can't get a Vegas buffet anymore for $65. Speaking of which, we don't do buffets. Anyway, Dionne's got all the specials down. Dan, Oberon Day. What else you got going on for our people, Dan?
As far as my play?
No, not yet. Not yet. Anything else you want to
trying to figure out where we're going here?
Now, that's a Spartans. Now, how'd Michigan do this past week, Dan?
Unfortunately, they won both games. Close.
Okay. All right. A lot of stuff going on. The last few days, and I want to be very open. I'm always open. I was killing it. I had like a 10-game win streak in the tournament. Then I went like 2-3 one day. Then I went 1-3 the next, and then I did sweep yesterday. So I want you to know the integrity you get, the honesty, the openness from the cappers at SportsMemo. You don't find that anywhere else, especially with social media. The explosion of social media, everybody on Twitter, everybody's got a TikTok or this or that or an Instagram. Oh, Instagram is great now. Every capper. I saw one guy last week. He's on a 40-something run. Another guy's 24, 25-0 this month. And he lists all the games with wins. And you're like, okay, where are you documented? Oh, right here. No, where are you documented? So I want you to know it's not just because people like myself, Dionne, Dan, the great cappers at SportsMemo, are documented on those websites, because they put a collection of cappers together. Don't get me wrong. We're not happy when we drop games, because not only do we drop our own money, we're losing for you when you're not going to come back tomorrow. We take a lot of pride in the fact that you put your hard-earned money in our trust. And but we lose twice as much. But they put a collection of cappers together that have the integrity and the numbers. So having said that, my good buddy Dan the Professor at Dan Kaiser Sports on Twitter, he's doing great work over at SportsMemo. He's going to tell you what he's been doing, what you can expect from him on the premium side over at SportsMemo. He's got a free play winner. Dan, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah, weekend it wasn't great. That just wasn't great. But it's kind of like you, Joe. You sit there and you recircle games that we like to look at. And this weekend it seemed like I left a lot of circled winners on the paper and didn't play them. But that's one weekend. It's a long year, so we'll get going here shortly. My play for today, I'm looking at the Philadelphia 76ers and New Orleans Pelicans. Looking at the total, both teams are coming. Both teams will be on the second game of a back-to-back tonight. Philadelphia has 6 day-to-day players with Paul George, Joel Embiid, Eric Gordon, and Jaron McClain all being out for this game. New Orleans has 3 game-time decision players with Brandon Boston Jr. as a day-to-day, and Trey Murphy Jr., Herbert Jones, and DeJounte Murray are all out for this game. Philadelphia puts up 110 points per game and allow 115 points. With several players injured for Philly, you are left with the household names of Quentin Grimes and Gershon Yabusele as your leading players. Their first, second, fourth, fifth, and sixth leading scorers are all out for the 76ers. New Orleans averages 110.3 points per game and allows an average of 119.3 points per game. They're playing without their second, third, fifth, sixth, and ninth leading scorers due to injuries or trades. Joe, your man Zion Williamson missed another game due to a bruised back. I mean, this man bruises easier than a day-old banana. He did not play yesterday, but I'm not even going to guess on whether or not he'll give it a go today. But he may pull something reaching for another box of Twinkies. But neither team is playing for anything except positioning in the draft. Both teams in the bottom 10 in offensive ratings. You got a bunch of guys out there that are maybe playing for a spot on a team or trying to put some stuff on tape. So I can see people jacking shots up, whether it be good shots or bad shots. You're gonna have tired legs. 232, I think, is a lot of points, especially even though these teams don't play a lot of defense. I'm going to take the under in this one.
Dan the man Kaiser, the professor, says under Philly, New Orleans, under 232.5. It's a winner. You will be too if you go over to SportsMemo and follow Dan. Dan, what do you got going on at SportsMemo on the premium side today, buddy?
Yeah, I've got a play up on the NBA that I really like. I've got a 3-pack of NHL plays that have 2 totals and a puck line play. And I got a 4% money line play going in the NHL also.
Great stuff by Dan Kaiser. Guys, go over to SportsMemo after the show. Go follow Dan. We have more discounts than you could possibly imagine. I know one will be tailor-made for your bankroll. And I know you can follow Dan because you'll follow him to the bank. Dan's going to stick around if you have any questions or comments. We got baseball starting in a few days. We've got NHL and NBA playoffs right around the corner, less than a month away. A lot of basketball to be played. We got hockey. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. Dan, you know I hate to stir the pot. I'm not one that likes to stir the pot, but Jesse put something in the comments, and he said he sent you that shirt years ago. That was a shirt. He can't believe you still had it. He even said that shirt is older than his toupee. That's what he said in the comments.
No, he didn't send me the shirt. He sent me a tank top. But
you know what? I want to tell you.
And I don't wear tank tops because I just don't have Jesse's physique to wear a tank top.
Listen to me. I just want you to know, don't feel bad. At least he sent you something. 2 years ago, we made a bet on this show. Yankees, Blue Jays, who finishes better? Again, let me tell you right now, if I had to wait for that meal, I would have starved to death 2 years ago. He still hasn't made good on that bet. I don't want to say anything. I don't
think he is.
You know, I don't want to put him on the spot because he'll be on the show later this week. But I can tell you then, he could have called to the Golden, because we were supposed to go to Golden Steer. Called the Golden Steer, gave them his credit card number, and said, whatever Joe and Dionne wants, I want to make a reservation, put it on this card. He hasn't done that. I don't think he's going to do it. He's probably going to make the double up and see what happens in another 8 months after the baseball season. I ain't never going to get that meal. I don't like, guys, I just like messing with Jesse. Once again, he does have a 5% play in Sweet 16. He's a monster on those big games. Dan's going to stick around if you got it. I bet you he's commenting. He's in. Oh, my God. Dan, he's messing with you again in the comment area. That's Jesse Shule, everybody. Jesse, Dan said that shirt isn't as old as your toupee. He said we'll talk about that later on in the week of the show. Dan's going to stick around. He's a winner if you follow him over at SportsMemo. These great discounts. Talking about winning, Dionne has been doing some great work, not just in college basketball, but in pro basketball and in hockey. Baseball always finishes as a top capper in percentage. I know you don't put out a million plays.
I don't.
But you're more of a high percentage play. So
yes.
ROI, guys, there are cappers that put out a ton of plays, and they could hit 50, 51, 52, 53%. She's more of a higher percentage, but she'd rather put out, I guess, less plays than a higher percentage. But she always hits at a higher percentage. She's doing great work, and you know, she's not as loud and obnoxious or braggadocious as I am. So I toot her horn. That's why we're together 25 years. Because I ring her bell, I'll put it that way. Having said that, Dionne's doing some great work over at SportsMemo. She's going to tell you what she's been doing, what you can expect for her tonight on the premium side, and what your free plays are killing it on the show.
Are killing it. I
think we did about, let me see, 5, 6, 7. This is like our 9th show. You're like 7-2 on the free plays on the here on the show.
I dropped two of them, I believe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dionne, Jesse's saying he would double up and lose on purpose because there's nothing else more than a Vegas steakhouse and 2 or 3 bottles of good stuff. Jesse, I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it. That's all I want to say. And I love you, Jesse. Dionne's doing great work over at SportsMemo. She's got a free play for you. She's got some premium plays that she's already has posted. She's going to tell you about everything. Dionne, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. So today I do have one big winner for you today that I've already isolated for you on the ice. It's my 71% NHL icebreaker play. So head on over to that site and pick up that special that we have going on right now where you can get 3 days from me for just $30. That comes down to just $10 a day. All you have to do is use code MEMO3 upon checkout. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump right into my free
Jump
play
on in, kid.
All right. So this one almost actually made it as a premium play. It was like right there. But I'm going to go ahead and give it out to you today for free because I do have my 71% icebreaker play for you today. So for my today, with less than a month before the NHL playoffs, both Vancouver and New Jersey are fighting to stay in the race. The Canucks come in here riddled with injuries and struggling, losing 5 of their last 8. They come off back-to-back road losses at the Blues and Rangers. Now they must face a Devils opponent who has had their way with them, taking 8 of the last 10 meetings, including the only one this season back at the end of October in Vancouver, 6-0. The Devils are struggling as well. They dropped their last 2, but no matter how you look at it, statistically, New Jersey is better both offensively and in the net. I think this team has the advantage. Playing at home in front of their fans, they have a lot of pride. They're looking to confirm a postseason spot, and have their opponent's number. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Devils.
The first lady of Las Vegas says, take the Devils. Wow, wow. Take the Devils. It's a winner. You'll be a winner if you follow her on that free play. But moreover, go over to SportsMemo. We've got that discount going across the bottom of the screen. 3-day pass, just $10 a day. It's good for any guest on the show this week. Memo 3. Follow Dionne. She's got her icebreaker.
I have my 71% icebreaker play today.
Icebreaker play. Follow Dionne. You're going to follow her to the bank. Guys, we're having a lot of fun as usual. But bottom line is we're here to make you money. And if you follow Dan, Dionne, myself, Jesse, Sean, Tom Macrina, Stevie Seagrave will be on the show this week. All these great cappers, guys, you're going to follow us right to the bank. Speaking about banks, guys, Dionne mentioned earlier, but,
you're killing it.
I am killing it. I'm doing pretty well. Let me take the floor. I've got a couple of things I'd like to talk about. Yes, I swept the board again yesterday. It's like the 8th sweep in college basketball in like the last 11 or 12 days. Don't quote me on that. It's right around there. I did have, guys, I won 10 straight. Then went like 12 in one run. And then Friday, I think I went 2 and 3. Saturday, I went 1 and 3. But I did predict a sweep yesterday. I didn't predict sweeps. I predicted a sweep yesterday. I swept again. The janitor of the sports betting industry, yours truly, swept the board. I went 3-0. I had UConn, Duke, and Bama. All got us paid overall. 24, 10, and 1 college basketball run. But the winning just doesn't stop there. I've won 7 of my last 10 on the Pro Hoops Hardwood NBA, 62.5% NHL hot streak. No matter how you slice it, if you follow me, you will get paid, guys. I've got 3 big premium releases tonight in the NBA. Already posted SportsMemo. I've got my slam dunk. They've won 5 of the last 6. I got my Las Vegas strip move and my fast break winner. You can get all 3. You will go 3-0. We'll sweep tonight. I did put up a 3-pack for a discount. You could take advantage of that if you want. I want to talk about a free play today that almost made it as a premium release myself. Normally, guys, I don't come in with teams that aren't really playing for anything this late in the NBA season. And it's true, both the Wizards and the Raptors, they're going to be 2 lottery-bound teams, no doubt about that. But I think the situation here heavily favors the visitor. Giving them points, I feel, is a mistake. To say that Toronto has dominated Washington would be an understatement. They've taken 7 of the last 9 meetings in this rivalry, both straight up and against the spread. This does include 2 of 3 this season. They entered this matchup ice cold. They're ice cold, no doubt about that. They dropped 4 in a row, but don't be concerned about that, as the home team also comes here ice cold. They've dropped 4 in a row coming to tonight's contest. The big difference for us, guys, Toronto, they've been covering. They've covered 7 of their last 10, which does include 4 of their last 5 as a visitor. Let's go to Washington. They've dropped 3 straight on their own home court. I just feel the Raptors have a little more pride. They're a little deeper with talent, and they have the Wizards' number. I feel the visitor should be the favorite here, so I will take advantage of an odds maker's mistake. I'll take the Raptors. I'll take my bookmaker's money. If you follow me here, you will take your bookmaker's money as well. But don't forget, I got 3 big NBA plays for you tonight. I've got my slam dunk, which are on a 5-1 run, my Las Vegas strip move, and my fast break winner. I also put up a 3-pack. Let's bring Dan back. What else we got to talk about today, guys?
I did notice that.
You love me? I know that.
No. Well, I do love you. But
are you sure about that?
No, but I was going to say, I did notice that you switched out some new basketballs and baseballs today.
Guys, we sit in a room with about 200 and plus baseballs, about 50 or 60 footballs, at least 50 that much in basketballs. I got boxing gloves. I got pucks, you name it. Above us here, we've got everything here is game worn and signed to me. I got Gretzky in one of his Stanley Cup championship wins. I got Jordan. I don't know which exact championship, but it was a championship game worn jersey. I got Aikman Super Bowl jersey. I got Derek Jeter when he got the 3,000. I don't have the 3,000 jersey, but he signed 300 jerseys that night. The night Mike Tyson beat, it's gonna come. The guy with he had the Jerry curl. I forgot his name. Over at the Hilton here, he unified all 3 belts. I got his robe and trunks signed to me. I got Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, when he played for the Spartans, buddy, I got it signed to me. Walt Frazier, Dominic Wilkins. I got stuff everywhere. I mean, if a floor to ceiling is a showcase here with about 250 pieces in it. But over my shoulder, I change every day. And we had some people ask about it. I've got a puck signed by a bunch of the Golden Knights when they won the Cup. I've got an Aaron Judge baseball. Got to put Judge up because I put my Ohtani baseball here. And I've got a couple of other baseballs here that I got signed. This is a Walt Frazier basketball. Behind me is Nate Tiny Archibald, in my opinion, one of the single greatest to ever play the game.
But
Every day.
So tiny.
No, he was tiny. He was a little guy. He was only about 6 or 7 inches taller than me. So I put up new stuff every day. If you ever want to ask about it, ask about it. Other than that, Dan, any closing thoughts or comments before we run down today's plays?
Just for Jesse, I think I still have that shirt, and if I do, I'll wear it the next show I'm on with Jesse. But we may have to put a not safe for work warning at the bottom of the screen.
Not safe. By the way, Dan, are you coming on any other days this week?
Yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday, I think maybe Friday.
All right, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, that's Dan. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. We love having you on. Stevie Seagrave will be on this week. We've got Abby, a.k.a. Big Daddy. We've got Jesse on. We got Sean Higgs on. I'm missing some people.
Sniper West.
Sniper West is going to be coming on a couple of days. Guys, he's becoming a fan favorite and a favorite of ours. As a matter of fact, we may see him. We think we're going to go to Vamp this Saturday. Mm-hmm. Saturday, go see Trickster. He's living in town now, Sniper West, and hopefully he'll come and join us. If we do go, I know he'll be here. Oh, my God. Jesse said, Dan, if you wear that shirt, wear a T-shirt underneath. He says, because nobody wants to see your old shrivel up body. No, he didn't say that. That's not what he said.
That's the only problem, Joe. Sometimes I can see what he said, so.
He said you could donate your body to science fiction. That's what he said. No, that's not what he said. I just messed with him. So Sniper West will be on the show this week. We're going to run down a couple of discounts. We're going to go over today's free plays, and we are out of here. Dionne, what are the discounts we got going on?
Yeah, so please make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and ring that bell because you don't want to miss out on any of the specials or any of the free plays that we are doing on this show. This way you do not miss out on anything. Also, follow SportsMemo and Wager Talk on their Twitter pages. And we also do have a couple of the specials that are going on right now. The First Family Show discount where you can get 3-day pass for just $10 a day. That comes out to just $30 from any of the cappers that are on the First Family Show. That discount is good until Sunday, so make sure you use that before it does disappear. All you have to do is use code MEMO3 upon checkout. We also do have another amazing one right now for any of the new cappers that have joined SportsMemo. You can get them for 7 days for just $34.99. That comes out to less than $5 a day. You can get that for VCP picks, Abby, CBI, Sean, Tom. That is a great deal. 7 days for $34.99.
Can't beat that one a bat. Dan, one more time. What'd you have for everybody today?
I've got the under in the Philadelphia 76ers, New Orleans. And go out, buy some Oberon, kick back, watch this winter come in.
Love Dan Kaiser. You're going to see him quite a few times this week on the show, giving out free winners. But make sure you're after the show. You follow Dan, you follow myself. We're red hot. And Jesse's got that 5% play for Sweet 16. Dionne, what'd you have for everybody?
Well, although I am an angel, I am following the Devils today.
You're my angel. I love you. And my devil too. Anyway, and yours truly, you're sexy and savory as the Toronto Raptors. I think they should be a favorite tonight, but we'll take advantage of the odds makers' mistake. Dionne, can you take us on out of here, please?
Yes, I can. Also, follow all of the guests that are on this show and ourselves on the First Family Show on their social media pages and websites, along with Joey and myself. And tune in to the First Family Show Monday through Friday for a ton of free winners, some great insights, and a ton of free laughs. And on behalf of Dan and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everybody out there, good luck and have a winning day.